November 15th, 2024 has been named as the opening for Disneyland's Tiana's Bayou Adventure. It's the opening over Thanksgiving in time for the holiday season.
Good for them.
Yeah. And then the other thing has a name or has been named is in 2025, we're going to get a stage show in Disneyland over there in the Disneyland park. And that is Walt Disney: A Magical Life. And this particular thing, which is
this looks so cool.
Yes.
In Disneyland's Main Street Opera, first ever audio animatronic of Walt Disney will be there. The showing will be in rotation with great moments of Mr. Lincoln. So this is another story to catch in that one space, which I'm looking forward to this one.
Me too. Walt right across from his apartment. How about that?
It's perfect.
Walt Disney back in Disneyland. That is so cool.
Makes perfect sense.
It does.
It is perfect.
I wonder who's going to do the voice.
I was saying to Josh that I was really jealous that it wasn't going to be in Disney World. And Josh was like, stop it. It has to be in Disneyland. Like, it's too perfect. Like, they can't do that not in Disneyland. Like, all right, fine. You're right. Kevin, you just asked about the voice. I'm hoping it's AI. I hope that they use Walt's voice. Then they use AI to generate another script.
I think that'd be great.
I agree. Yeah, wholeheartly. I think that's exactly what you got to do. You don't want people being like, that don't say like, well, you got to go that way.
They're going to say that whatever, no matter what.
Yeah. If there's anybody out there that thinks that this is disrespectful to Walt or any way sacrilegious or anything like that, no, just no. I'm sorry. Walt thought enough to put Abraham Lincoln's a representation of him in his park. He thinks that historical figures should be made into animatronics and you should be able to have a moment and see them and watch them speak and stuff like that. So I don't think Walt would have any problem with this whatsoever.
Oh, I agree with that. I mean, what better way to honor him than to put him in a system that he created?
Yes.
And an advanced version of that. You know, and then that, you're like, now we can bring Walt to life, and technology has come to that point. And so now people can understand who actually Walt Disney is. He's not this corporate conglomerate, but he was once actually a person that had this dream.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think that's great.
Yeah.
So for Disneyland, those are the only two things that actually had a named year.
Okay.
So the other things that we're going to talk about is dealing with a Coco attraction that's supposed to come to Disney's California Adventure.
Oh, so happy to see this.
Yes,
so happy.
Me too, man. And they say it will draw inspiration from the Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean, which has me very, very curious.
Music to my ears.
As far as how they want to treat this. So, I mean, this it looks like they're going back to the basics as far as that kind of storytelling and level of detail with those two attractions that they named.
It looked beautiful.
I'm looking forward to it.
So looks beautiful.
And it deserves it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Grand Fiesta Tour, you're on deck. If this does well, bye-bye.
Bye-bye, three amigos.
And I'd be fine with that. I know Emmy's going to be mad at me because she loves her Caballeros, and I like the Caballeros too, but I'm sorry. That is just made for Coco.
With no opening date, I could see this becoming like a surprise. So, not at this D23, obviously, because we just had it, but, the next D23, I could see them being like, hey, that attraction that we were going to put in Disneyland? Well, now Disney World is getting it too. And then they end up doing them both at the same time, but Lands just opens a little bit sooner than Worlds. And that was what they did with Mickey's Runaway Railway.
Oh, yeah.
They announced it for Hollywood Studios, but then shortly after, they announced it for Toontown, and then ours just opened ahead of the other one. I could see them doing that, but opposite with Grand Fiesta Tour and this one in Disneyland.
Yeah, and the original El Rio Tiempo, that was a Day of the Dead celebration.
Yeah,
go figure.
Right. They had one in there, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be great.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Definitely going to be great.
My guess is that this is going to be a replacement for Little Mermaid.
Oh, that's interesting.
That is interesting. Huh.
I wonder why.
Because that's in that Pixar area. And the Little Mermaid currently doesn't fit at all in that Pixar area.
Yeah, but you think Coco would fit better?
It's Pixar.
It's Pixar, yeah.
Yeah, but outside of the name, I mean,
it's Coco.
Yeah,
that's right. I don't know. I could be wrong. I think it's going to take over that building.
Okay. No, that's a calling you shot, man. Very good. Like, I didn't even think about that, but it's a
Haunted Mansion ride system. It's got enough space to house something like that.
So yeah, but but it's going to be a boat, Coco. They got to make water.
But it didn't say Haunted Mansion ride system. It says it's inspired by Pirates of the Caribbean and Haunted Mansion. One's a boat, one's an omnimover. It could be
But
either
both
one.
are slow moving, so it's going to be something.
It looked like a boat to me.
I didn't see a picture of anything hitting anything with a boat.
Yeah, that's definitely a fucking boat on water.
Oh yeah. And so most of the things that were announced that have no named years are in Disney California Adventure. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is Avatar Land is set to open. So, and they say not only will it take inspiration from Avatar: The Way of Water, but it'll also incorporate Avatar Fire and Ash and any future Avatar films. Fire and Ash was announced on the entertainment showcase on that Friday night. And they also say that there will also be a new attraction that will take guests to the wide open seas of Pandora in this particular attraction. Yeah, so you're getting this entire land, Avatar Land and Disney's California Adventure. This is nothing new though.
No,
Right.
We've heard about this. Iger has talked about it. So when I heard this announcement, I was like, oh, okay, we really kind of talked about this.
yeah, no surprise there.
Looks like
was-
it'd be like the Pirates of Caribbean in China, in Shanghai
No.
ride system, which I hope it is because that'd be great. But
Home run with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait to see that ride system at play. I'm not the biggest Avatar fan in the world. I'm not an Avatar fan. What am I saying?
No, I was gonna say.
At all, but this looks amazing. And yeah, I don't have to like the movie to like the world. And this world looks beautiful. And the concept art that they revealed only made it look even. They managed to add to what we saw earlier with the first glimpse of what it was supposed to look like and make it really pop.
all right, and so the next set of additions to Disney's California Adventure deals with Avengers Campus.
About time. You could do something, please.
Yeah,
Yes.
Eli's been quiet for long enough.
Yeah,
I'm
so
Well, I can still walk when this
Right.
thing shows up.
well, there's no year that was given again, but
you-
it was but a name was given to the attraction itself. So it
I
wasn't
mean-
just a random here's Marvel attraction name. But they have an attraction called Avengers Infinity Defense, which is supposed to be an Avengers Campus.
No can defense.
No can defense, that's
for
right.
Infinity.
And they say guests will be able to jump between worlds that have gone missing on their quest to stop King Thanos. This perilous journey will take them to Asgard, Wakanda, and New York City alongside Iron Man, Ant-Man, the Hulk, Black Panther, and more. And Tony Stark is supposed to be done by RDJ himself, Robert
Nice.
Downey Jr.
That'd be
for
cool, yeah.
this attraction, the other attraction I'll talk about in a second.
Okay.
But there you go. So Avengers Infinity Defense.
So we're getting our Quinjet.
Yeah,
I
this was
hope
what
it's
they
a
promised.
Quinjet. I don't know. But if they're jumping between worlds, you got to need a vehicle that can do that. And I would assume, I don't know.
I wish they could jump between worlds. Tell us when this ride's coming. But that
That'd be nice.
would be nice.
Well, there is a multiverse where it's coming next year.
Oh, boy.
Yes,
Let's
that's
jump.
right.
What's the over under right there? We'll talk to that version later. Yes.
All right. So the other attraction, which stars RDJ, is called Stark Flight Lab. And in Avengers Campus, this new attraction will have guests sitting in two-person pods being transported to a test station. Then a robot arm will grab that pod and give the guest a feeling of simulated flight. So this is basically Disney jumping on the bandwagon and using the Kuka robotic arm
Mhm.
for a ride system. A Kuka robotic arm on a track specifically, kind of like the Harry Potter ride
Yeah.
over there in Universal. But they're jumping on that ride system and using it in this particular case. So this looks like fun.
It could be fun.
Like some involved thrills, but on the track.
I'm pumped.
She pumped.
All right. Yeah, not a big fan of the Kuka arm one. Big fan of the first one. Yeah, Kuka arm, like, just, that's it. That's the best we can come up. We're simulating flight.
Did it all the time.
You
Well,
missed
I mean,
Sounds very spider-bot-ish to me.
yeah.
You missed the most important part. RDJ returns as Tony Stark.
You mean Dr.
They
Doom?
just- Man, why you gotta bring up stuff?
It's a trap. It's a trap. It's a, oh no.
No, look, this is great. I think, look, Avengers Campus needs some love.
Yeah.
It needs a good ride. Shoot, I wouldn't be a bit opposed if they got rid of that awful Doctor Strange show in order to make room for some of this. So, yeah, the fact that it's doubling in size, the fact that they're going to be pushing forward with the Avengers ride, the e-ticket ride that we've been promised for years, this is
Long
great.
time.
But I do wish that we got, maybe they'll get more details on that Kuka arm ride that'll make me say, oh, okay, that'd be cool. Because it's not like Tony Stark, Iron Man has a whole great list of rogue villains that you're like, oh, he could be fighting this guy or that guy. It's like,
Cool. Yeah.
yeah, I don't
Man,
really.
it blew that up a long time ago.
Maybe we'll
Yeah.
get the Mandarin for sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
You better have seen him
I'm-
get the Mandalorian.
I'm so tired of that bait and switch.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've been
man.
already. I'm like you, Kevin. Like they didn't
Trevor?
hurt me too much. too much.
Trevor slapped